Guys, if you want to create social media content that helps more people, creates more sales in your business, and helps build you as an authority within your marketplace, I want you to strap yourselves in. I have an absolute bumper episode for you guys. So what I'm going to cover for you today is a basic 4-step framework on how you can structure your video content to make sure you're covering the point that you're trying to get across. The concept of it, why it's important, and what the people can do off the back of the content to reach out to help for you and how to implement it themselves. So guys, to give you like a little bit of a backstory on this is, when I was starting in the fitness industry, we didn't have massive amounts of money to grow our fitness business, right? Well, like everything was quite lean. When I bought my fitness business, I spent like $20,000 on the business and then literally had like $400 in my account, right? So it was pretty tough times. And one of the, things that I realized I could do is to market incredibly well organically and become an authority. And this little 4-step framework, I kind of, picked bits and pieces off like certain courses I've done over the years. And I kind of made my own little framework, which worked quite well for us. We went from, 27 members all the way up to 1,200, and organic marketing was a really big part of that. And now in my consulting and business coaching company, we've grown from like 0 members all the way up to well over 200 now. And 95% of our leads become organically from, you guys watching these videos, looking at our posts, maybe listening to the podcast. So I know this stuff really works, and I just want to make it nice and easy for you. We've got a lot of people in our program doing a 30-day live challenge as well at the moment, which is going to be absolutely insane because it is such an amazing way to grow your business. So guys, you want to cover through this framework, and I'm going to give you an example off the back of it of me producing a piece of content for a fitness business, just to piece it all together for you guys. But firstly, you need to cover, why it's important, right? So at the start, you want to give them a reason to continue to watch your video. And I like to use stories in this, and you'll see the example to make it like really, really powerful. So you can use a story from yourself, or you can use stories, from your clients as well. Then you need to clearly explain what the concept is. Like, what are you talking about? Why it's important, everything like that. Then you move down to how to implement it, right? This is how you're starting to get people results in advance. So you're teaching them like just a couple of steps on how to implement it themselves. Now, guys, to be straight up and honest, not many people actually implement things off the content that they watch and they listen to. But one of the things that you'll get is if you cover this, you'll get people reaching out to you saying thank you. You'll get the odd person who implements, 1 or 2 things. And with our content on how to implement, you're not actually giving them the whole puzzle. You're giving them certain pieces to the puzzle. And then obviously there's pieces that are missing that they need to come to you for assistance with. So it's not like you're mapping out exactly how to do it step by step, because that can take hours and coaching and lots of stuff. You're just giving them certain concepts. And then I always like to finish off with what to do from here, right? So they can get some really good action steps based off your content that really helps them win. So guys, that's how we do it. Now, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to make a piece of content now on tracking your calories, on why that's important. I was when a trainer, I really believed in having people track their calories, because straight up, they got better results when they did it compared to if they didn't. So let's dive into it. And then at the end, we'll bring it all together. Okay. Alrighty. Guys, what I'm going to cover for you today is the importance of tracking your calories. So for those who don't know, when I was like a really young kid, I weighed like 107 kilos. So I was really, really overweight, had a lot of issues with my self-confidence and, everything like that. And the real key difference for me was starting to track my calories and to understand how many calories which was in each piece of food that I was eating. And by just consistently tracking my calories, I was able to lose well over 27 kilos and be a happier, more confident person. Absolutely fell in love with the fitness industry, and tracking my calories and understand what I was eating was a huge part of that. And it really, really changed my life. So guys, a lot of people don't understand what tracking your calories is. A lot of people think that that's just what bodybuilders do, like, and those fitness models and things like that, like weighing all their food and everything like that. And I want to make it a little bit more simple for you guys. So there's an app called MyFitnessPal where you can easily track your calories and you can scan foods and things like that. We actually have a couple of video resources on it, guys. If you ever want some extra resources based off this video, just reach out to me in private messenger and I'll send them over to you. And really why this is so important, guys, is they've actually done studies that people who track their calories lose more weight than those who don't. So if you're looking to lose weight or lose body fat and look a little bit better, right, a bit more confident, right, tracking your calories is a great first place to start. Because to lose weight, lose body fat, you need to eat less calories than what you're burning. And if you don't know how many calories that you're eating every day and what you're consuming, it's really, really hard to understand the results that you're getting or why you're not getting them, and to have a really great game plan to make sure that you get phenomenal results with your health and fitness. So guys, how you kind of implement this, right, is you download the app called MyFitnessPal. Now, one of the things with MyFitnessPal, it'll prompt you, right, to put in like your weight and height and things like that, and it will give you some calories to eat. Now, guys, I want you to reach out to me if you're going to do this, so I can very accurately tell you how many calories and, you know, proteins and carbs and fats you need to eat, because the app, whilst it's really good for tracking your calories, it's not the best for telling you how many calories that you need to eat every single day to reach your goals. Now, guys, within MyFitnessPal, there's a couple of tutorials to watch. They've got a really great onboarding system there. And we actually have some videos ourselves that we've made for our clients that we can pass on to. As I said, just send me a private message on that. Now, guys, there's a couple of things where people go wrong with tracking their calories. So first of all, consistency, right? So what people do is they'll track it for 2 or 3 days and then stop. Right? So we need to make sure when we want our health and fitness goals that we're being nice and consistent. So within MyFitnessPal, you can set up reminders, right? That, you know, you get sent to your phone at like morning, lunch, and night to really prompt you how to do it. And that's going to be something that you have to start to build that muscle to be nice and consistent. So what a lot of our clients will do, they'll start with tracking 2 meals a day at the start just to build that consistency muscle. And then as they get like really, really confident and a bit more advanced with it, they'll start to track every meal that they eat each day. And guys, to bring this together, you just want to make sure you have some nice routines. So I talked a little bit about the reminders within the app, which will really help. But then also as well, we had a routine that before you go to bed each night, that you make sure that your food diary is all mapped out for the day. Everything's all in there. And you can just make sure that you add it into your life. So you do it like super consistently, right? If you do this really consistently, guys, and you track it, you're able to send it over to me as your coach. I can pretty much guarantee the results that you're going to get, which is one of the really great things about using apps like MyFitnessPal and tracking your calories. So guys, what you need to do from here, right? If you want to lose weight, if you want to lose body fat, here's exactly what you need to do. So guys, step one, I want you to reach out to me and let me know what your goals are. Just send me a private message on any of my social media platforms, right? Let me know your goals. And what I can do is I have this like really fancy little calculator and I'll map out exactly how many calories, proteins, carbs, fats that you need to eat every single day. So you can put that into MyFitnessPal. And we have a couple of videos on that as well. Then guys, you need to download the app. Right? You just want to download the app, set up your profile, just have a look around so that you know how to use it. And then what I want you guys to do is just start by tracking 2 meals a day. So let's start by tracking breakfast and lunch, your first 2 meals of the day. And then what we do is as we get more consistent, we'll start to add in all the meals and things like that. But, you know, our average client will lose between 2 and 4 kilos in the first month by just tracking 2 meals a day. And then we're just being really mindful with the other meals. And then as you get more advanced, we'll start tracking every single meal and things like that. So guys, thank you so much for watching or listening along today. I hope you got a little bit of value. If you have any questions, please reach out to me on any of my social media platforms or on Instagram, Jimmy_Pomponio. Really happy to let you know how many calories you need to eat per day to reach your goals. And then also have a couple of extra resources on MyFitnessPal if what I kind of said made sense to you. So guys, that would be the content. So you see how I covered, you know, why it was important, had a little bit of a backstory to give a little bit of social proof about how it changed my life, which is all that stuff was true, by the way. Then I explained just a little bit of bits and pieces on what they can do to get started. Because the biggest thing that people have with content is they watch content, and you guys would have the same, and you don't know what to do after it. Right. So then I just trying to explain it super clear, just like 1 to 3 things that they can do. And you'll see if you rewatch or re-listen to it and go back, there was multiple times where I gave call to actions, and the call to action was reach out to me if you have any questions. So you see, like within our portals, of course we had videos on MyFitnessPal. So I reached out and said we had a couple of extra resources right in there. And also, told people to reach out to me because, in MyFitnessPal, for those who use it, like it dramatically sometimes underestimates people's calories, right? So we want to make sure that whilst people are using the app is great and tracking is fantastic, we want to make sure that they're tracking the right results to, get where they want to get to. Okay. And guys, if you can piece that out, right, in your content, why it's important with a little bit of a story at the start to really get people hooked in, right? Then you explain the concept, right, and the benefits to it, right? Because you're selling people within your content. Then you go down to how to implement it, and you want to keep it basic. You're not giving them every fucking thing they have to do on the content, just a couple of things to win and just to keep it really, really simple, right? And in the content, I said, like the biggest thing with MyFitnessPal, as you guys would know, would be consistency and routines. That's where the people struggle the most. Tracking your food isn't hard. Actually, putting it into your lifestyle routines is where it gets difficult. And then I explained clearly what to do from here. So the first one was to reach out to me, right? And then just a couple of quick wins that they could have. So if someone watched that whole piece of content, right, we've sold them on the concept, we've explained why it's important, we've given them a couple of quick wins, plus some very, very soft call to action so you can have a conversation with them. But guys, the really great thing is if I was a trainer and I produced that content, right, and someone reached out to me, right, to help with their calories, that's going to be a very simple conversation because, I'll go, cool, what are your goals at the moment? What's your current training routines? Like, hey, there's actually a couple of other different components here to reach your goals. Would you like to pop in for a consultation because I can really help you lose that 5 kilos? The person will more than likely say yes. You'll get a consultation, someone that you can sell and you can change their life. Or you've given them a couple of resources, which has given them results in advance. It's built your authority. It's built your trust, where it's just a matter of time at that stage until that individual comes in and joins your program if you're being really, really consistent with your content. So guys, I hope that gave you a little bit of value, right? Any questions that you guys have, please reach out to me on Instagram, Jimmy_Pomponio. If you guys are interested, you go, hey, I really want to generate those 5 consultations and sales every week, like tons of people doing our inner circle program off very basic content like this. Guys, I'd really love to chat to you about it. Really want to work with motivated business owners who want to create an amazing lifestyle for themselves, for their family, and make a hell of a lot of money along the way. So guys, if you ever have any questions, please reach out to me anytime. As I said, I do hope you got a bit of value. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you might like to jump on our YouTube channel to have a look at it so you can kind of see me as I'm like talking and doing the videos and things like that. And off the back, guys, I just hope you guys have an absolute epic day. Organic marketing gets beat up a lot from all those gurus who run paid ads, and I run paid ads myself, but I think any fitness business who isn't marketing well organically, isn't building a referral, is simply just missing hundreds of thousands of dollars within their business each year. So you'd be very foolish not to make a couple of very basic videos like I presented today to help grow your business.